I fried some perch. One for myself, one for the little rascal. But she's not really picky, to be honest. She eats it raw just fine too. So really, I could have just given it to her raw. I had a spot, so I thought, why not toss it in? I can't eat 2 fish anyway, and I don't feel like saving it till the evening. So I fried it, kind of like sharing with a brother. Half for her and half for me. Alright, I'll have a quick bite now and then head out. I want to run over to the little stream here. There's a stream not far from here. I want to give it a try. Maybe there are grayling and trout there. Maybe I'll get lucky too. Well, and I'll try you guys out too. Alright?
Нашла глухаря собака. Сидел здесь, в этом месте.
Нельзя! Нельзя, я сказал! Нельзя! Нельзя! Нельзя, я сказал! Нельзя! Нельзя, я сказал! Молодец! Извини, дружище. Ух ты, стоять, стоять. Тихо, тихо.
A magnificent, strikingly black and truly beautiful large bird. A truly good rooster, one that is notably big and fully mature, certainly not a first-year bird, is what we are looking for. I won't be carrying it with me at this very moment. Instead, I will carefully take out the internal organs and then securely hang it beneath the sturdy fir tree, intending to retrieve it on my journey back home. There's absolutely no real point in constantly carrying it back and forth, you see. That's it. Now I'll carefully hang it on the sturdy tree, or perhaps place it securely underneath the tree so those clever crows don't easily find it and steal it away.
Well, I'll just hang it up like this so I don't have to carry it around with me. Because an adult capercaillie weighs about 3.5 kilograms here. Well, without the innards, let's say. Well, about 3, maybe a little less, 2.8. That's a lot to carry, and I'll be coming back in the evening, so I'll pick it up then. It's better for me, and as they say, it's easier on the legs and shoulders too. Нифига себе. Что это было?
No way. Easy, easy, man. Who are you over there? Damn, it tore off the lure. Oh, come on. Well, that was something big. Most likely a brown trout. All right then. Man, this little stream really surprised me with such a gorgeous, powerful bite. I have no idea what kind of fish that was. There are grayling, brown trout, and pike here. Well, I can only guess. I didn't see it, but I made a typical mistake. There were only 2 meters left to the shore. There wasn't much line left on the spinning rod, and at the moment when I moved the rod like this, the line and the rod lined up as one, and that's when the fish broke off. Well, in short, a standard rookie mistake. Oh well.
Блин. Убежала. Что ж такое-то? Убежала. Игнор сегодня у меня по рыбалке. Рыба не хочет ко мне в этот рюкзачок. Рыбину видел, прям идет за блесной, а брать не берет. Вот же какая крыса. Что-то не нравится ей эта блесна. Щучка, а что ты вся в пиявках или в чем это? А, это у тебя от травы, которая... Подожди. Щучка пойдет. Хариусишка попался. Небольшой. Но тут сам Бог велел ему взять. Тут егоная тема. Ладно. Тихо, подожди, сейчас. Большой харисенок.
Now we will carefully pick up our magnificent capercaillie, and then we shall head back home with a quiet, reflective melancholy to thoughtfully prepare a delicious dinner. Well, by evening we made it home with her. We brought the capercaillie back. Now I'll pluck its feathers. We got a nice rooster this time. The dog helped a little. Not a whole lot, but she did help. I sneak up and she runs toward me and looks at me. Actually, this capercaillie hunting is really interesting. With a dog, I'm talking about the capercaillie, that big, black, beautiful bird. That's the one I mean. They're very cautious and it's fascinating to hunt them. Today, I don't know, maybe the light breeze helped a bit. Somehow he missed me and the dog must have distracted him too. I guess I'll wrap things up with this capercaillie and go get some rest. There's just not enough hours in the day. I was messing around by the stream here. By the time I got back, it was already dark, so there wasn't really any time to get much done. There I have carefully and precisely cut up the pike. Now I will meticulously and thoroughly fix it up with some very strong, pungent and aromatic onions. I sliced off the meat, and as for the bones, I'll just gnaw on them myself for dinner. So, has it already gotten dark outside? There's just never enough daylight. It's a real disaster. I mean, if you start doing something like this, where you are constantly going back and forth, perhaps revisiting steps or making numerous small adjustments, by the time you finally manage to get everything organized and moving forward, it's like even if you didn't get up late or experience any initial delays, you would still inevitably end up squandering and wasting the entirety of the day, leaving little to no time for other productive activities. We ended up with a lot of oil. Let's sprinkle it, yeah. 2. It appears that something substantial has indeed fallen. We should allow it to rest and settle completely overnight, and by the time tomorrow morning arrives, it will undoubtedly be perfectly ready for whatever its intended purpose is. It is already quite salty, having been thoroughly and completely salted through during its preparation. However, before we finalize everything, let's just take a moment to carefully check and perhaps add a little bit more oil to ensure everything is just right. And with that final adjustment, it will be entirely complete and ready to go. And it stood completely submerged in salt for an entire whole day, absorbing the flavors. That's fine. Well, that's all. And now I'll just clean this up myself and probably go lie down and rest.
Can't tell, damn. Is it a snag or either there's a fish sitting there or it's snagged? Oh no, it's a fish. Oh, a little pike. Easy, 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 girl. I'll pull you out carefully now. Damn, it's not very convenient in the boat here. Easy. Just please, whatever you do, do not bite through this very important fishing line because I only have one single lure left and the fish that we are currently trying to catch isn't even that particularly big.
At first I thought it was snagged. Did a little morning exercise while trolling, fishing on the lake, with a camera on your head. Let me tell you, it's not the most convenient thing to do. You can't really tell what you're filming. Well, I caught one little pike, but really there's no fishing going on. The fish are kind of sluggish, not active at all. I checked their stomachs, they're all stuffed, full of those cameras. Well, it's right before winter, so they're fattening up. What's it called? Fat. I guess I just happened to come at a time when they'd already stopped biting. That's the dog barking over there. Must have found a mink or a muskrat, I don't know, it's making a racket. Over there, on the other side of the lake. So, that's how the fishing's been, to be honest, kind of disappointing. Using this method, I caught about 10 perch in 3 days. Probably one sharp, gleaming sisters too, and that's absolutely it. But honestly, that's more than enough for my immediate needs. I'll carefully salt them. I'll meticulously keep them for the long, cold winter months, stashing a good few of them right here in this cozy rustic cabin, so I can conveniently come by once in a while, perhaps to satisfy a sudden intense craving, and then meticulously clean them up. Yes, indeed, I'll definitely salt them. That's the entire fulfilling purpose of this whole fishing trip, a truly rewarding endeavor. To be continued.
The weather's starting to get worse. Wasn't it just wonderful this morning? You could have even called a moose. But now look, the wind is picking up, and by evening it'll probably get even stronger. While I was out fishing, I was carefully casting this particular fishing lure along the rocky shore, trying to entice a bite. Igoza tagged along with me. She found some kind of water rat over there on the other bank, either a muskrat or a mink. And she's been barking for 3 hours now, just won't come home. It's good that today we don't have to go anywhere. Usually, when it's time to head home, the dogs run off somewhere and you just have to sit, wait, and get nervous. That's precisely why I typically come here and carefully place the dogs on a sturdy chain, or more accurately, on a secure leash. I actually have numerous chains strategically located everywhere. In all the various cabins, they are specifically set up and prepared for the dogs' comfort and safety. So consequently, when I embark on a hunting expedition, that's precisely the opportune moment when I bring the dogs along with me, and then allow them the freedom to be off the leash. Well, alright then, I sincerely hope she will bark sufficiently and then promptly return to us. Well, tomorrow we'll be leaving, so at night I'll chain her up so she doesn't act up. I don't need any extra stress right before we leave. That's it. I will carefully close her inside the bucket. It's already quite cool in there now, so absolutely nothing bad will happen to her at all. And in winter, when you come, how do you find her? That's it, absolutely correct. Alright, that's all. Lie down now, I'll feed you. And I'll get dinner ready. I wanted to cook a bit over the campfire, thought I'd stew the capercaillie on the coals. But the wind is really strong with gusts. I thought, forget it. There are reindeer moss fields everywhere here. God forbid a spark flies off and something catches fire. God forbid. Heaven forbid. So I'll cook on the gas stove. It'll be safer that way. And much faster too in every conceivable way. I'll give the breast to the dog. One half today and the other tomorrow morning when we get ready to head home. Here, go eat. So today I decided to take it easy. In the morning I did a bit of work with the fish, but my back got a bit tired, so I took a little rest. Tomorrow we've got a long journey ahead. So I decided not to go anywhere today, to save my strength. I thought about going out to the lake in the evening, you know, taking a little boat ride. But with these gusts of wind I wouldn't have the strength to row. So probably it won't work out. Everything here depends on the weather. The weather, there's simply no way around it at all. And now I'm going to stew a little capercaillie. I'll give the breast to the dog, and I'll make something with the bones for myself. Usually I don't really fuss over it too much. So here I am, laying it out. No, well, of course I won't give her the stomach or the heart, just the breast. Got it? You've already consumed a substantial meal, haven't you? No, absolutely not. But those delectable wings and the succulent tender thighs, I find those particular parts of the poultry to be quite enjoyable and personally favor them a great deal myself. The hearts. But I'll give you the very best breast tomorrow morning, okay? Before you embark on the long road ahead, so your strong legs will have ample strength to carry you forward on your journey. There! There! Now, I'll carefully surround it with some tender, perfectly cooked potatoes, ensuring they are evenly distributed around the main dish. And then, I'll generously add some freshly minced aromatic garlic too, allowing its delightful fragrance to infuse throughout the entire preparation. There we go. A truly wonderful culinary creation is taking shape before our eyes. I brought one potato especially for this. I just had a feeling. I thought, worst case, I'd bake it in the campfire like I did as a kid. Well, looks like I got lucky. The dog helped with hunting the capercaillie, so that's how it is. And well, so that's the kind of wonderfully simple and hearty stew I'll be preparing for my dinner tonight. Now, I will carefully pour fresh, clean water over all of these delicious ingredients, ensuring that it completely fills the entire pan. Once the pan is adequately filled, I will then meticulously place it onto the stove, setting it over a medium heat. I will not disturb or touch it at all until every single drop of the water has completely boiled off and evaporated, leaving behind a rich and flavorful stew. As soon as all the water evaporates, I'll cover it with a lid and the water will boil off. And that's it, it's done. Salt and freshly ground black pepper, those essential seasonings, will of course be added by me precisely as needed, specifically when the delicious dish is nearing its completion and is more or less ready to be served, ensuring the perfect balance of flavors for an optimal culinary experience. Alright then, I will now go and set everything up for us.
Назвал Бухарину, знаешь, попросил его остаться.
Good luck to everyone, all of you.